What's up guys, it's Android Knight, and what I've got for you guys today is a review of the Xpression covers for the Galaxy S3. These are made by Qmadix and they retail for about $35. And I have to say, these are probably my favourite cases for the Galaxy S3 at the moment, as far as protection and sort of how the case feels on the device. I've got quite a lot of these thick cases that give a decent amount of protection. These are somewhere in the middle. They're a hybrid style case, so you've got that sort of softer silicon inside. And then you've got hard shell of plastic, so they do give a bit. But I feel you've got a lot of protection with these. And partly because of the shiny plastic on the back, partly because they are a little bate thinner and they've got this nice contour design here. These don't feel as bulky as some of the cases. For example, the Casemate Pop, that gives you probably about the same amount of protection, but it feels substantially larger in the hand. So I'm just going to drop the phone in here just to show you what it looks like. And this colour combination is probably my favourite, the sort of cranberry and white. It looks really cool. I love how you can see the red still on all the edges. But anyway, sorry, from the front you can see you get a nice little front bit around the bezel of the colour. So this one makes you white, this one's black. They look really cool. You've got a nice bit of layer on the table design. I've got a screen shield on, but if you don't, I'm perfectly happy dropping it like this, knowing that nothing's going to hit the screen. And I apologise for my cold. Going around the side, you can see the power button is completely covered. Really, really easy to feel, nice and accessible, and it looks really cool in the red. It's also a slightly different plastic to here, which makes it even easier to feel. This seam here, you can sort of feel with your nail, but with your finger it's pretty difficult to feel. It just feels like it's sort of a smooth continuation. And the same with these here, apart from the texture change. So that's really nice, and I think these stripes look really cool, and I think they go for the whole, they help with the whole making the thing look a bit thinner. On the bottom you can see your microphone is open and your USB port's open, and also you've got that nice red accenting around it again. Going around you've got the same thing here with the stripes, and the volume rocker is split volume rocker, so it's really easy to feel in the pocket, and again it's a slightly different texture and it's really easy to feel and use, sort of blind as it were. And then on top you've got your headphone jack, which is completely open. I haven't had any issues with any headphones with this case, which is weird because it looks a little bit obscured, but all the ones I've tried have worked, so I think you should be alright. And the other microphone is open too. On the back you can see your camera is completely exposed, as well as the flash and the speaker, so you don't get any interference there. There's enough of a lip here, and you can sort of see how thick the case is generally, that I know that doing that, unless there is like a thumbtack or something on the table, you're not going to damage your camera. On the back you've got kind of nice embossed Qmadix logo, which again on these other colours as well, it's not too ostentatious, you can just about see it, but I don't like those cases where it's sort of emblazoned on the back quite so much. And then the cool thing here is the way it's cut. You can see you've got this shinier plastic which goes in a line down here and obviously symmetrically there. That's the same type of plastic as this bit here, it's just a lip, so it goes thin, 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 then it raises a bit, then there's a little channel. Then there's this matte plastic which is also raised slightly, so the whole case gets that little bit thicker towards the middle, which gives me quite a bit of peace of mind. I think if you drop it like this, it's almost like a spine, so I do feel this is going to give you a decent amount of protection, and it feels really nice in the hand as well. It's all sort of contoured and it's nice and slippy in and out of the pocket because of this shiny plastic, but at the same time this bit in the middle here and the silicone on the edges, it doesn't feel like you're going to drop it as it does with some shinier cases. We'll just pop it off again, and that's just a matter of sticking your finger there and just pulling on a corner. There you go, and that pops it off. There's loads and loads of colour combinations of these which look really cool. I really like the orange on the photo, and the orange is much nicer in real life than it's showing on the camera. It's a really sort of vibrant sort of orangey orange. But the one thing I don't like about it is it's got a white bezel, which for me doesn't do that much. I think if it was the different colour combination with an orange bezel, so the same as this, but with orange accents, that'd be really cool. And the other only complaint I had about this, which again is another aesthetic point, is I would have quite liked it if the red was in here, coming down the middle, or even the whole front, this whole back spine was red, or something like that. Even, I know I don't like the big logos, but even the Qmadix logo is red. I think it would just jazz up the back a little bit, because from the side these look kick-ass. On the back they still look really cool, especially if you can see that red lip, but maybe something just sort of in here just to give it that added extra flair. But that's purely aesthetic, and you can tell the fact that I'm talking about aesthetics that as far as functionality goes, these are pretty much perfect, guys. If you're looking for a decent amount of protection, but you don't want to go all out with an OtterBox, you don't want something that's going to be difficult to get in and out of the pocket, you don't want something that's going to sort of really feel like a massive case, these probably will be for you. I mean, I've never heard of Qmadix, but I'm pretty impressed with these. In here you can see this little nubs, which you can just about feel, and they're sort of a slightly harder silicone. But I was slightly worried when I put my phone in the first few times, but there's been no marking or anything on the back, and I've been using these pretty much religiously for about 2 weeks, so I wouldn't worry about those. So yeah guys, that's the Xpression covers for the Galaxy S3 by Qmadix. Any questions, please comment or PM me. Please follow me on Twitter at Android at Night, and I will see you guys next time. Ta-ra!